Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is a tips and tricks video to show you how to complete the garrison electrical station for the broadcast mission, how to get into the building and to connect up those power boxes. Now this is a fairly straightforward mission, but if you're overthinking it you might find it's a bit difficult. Getting into the building is fairly straightforward to begin with. You basically need to connect up that initial power box to both A and B stations individually to open the doors up. Once you're inside you'll then find that there are two different cables inside that need to be connected to two other substations in order to power up the thing. The first one is marked there with 1 and C on it, and then there's one below on the ground level which you need to go down to. Just connect that cable there from 1 to 1 essentially, and that's the most straightforward part. There's two ways to go, and obviously you've seen how I've done it there. You just run across, drop down and plug it in. Fairly simple. But then you need to get access to that number 2, and there's also one marked C. So this might seem a bit complicated because 2 is behind a door, but if you go back to the initial power box and take away the cable that you plugged into 1 and then run it up here up to the top, you can plug it into the box marked C instead. Once you've done that, that'll then open the door into that other room, and that gives you access to the next set of cables in the next power box to be able to then use that to power on the other two stations. In here you'll also find an inhibitor which has a safe code obviously, and that safe code is in the box next to it, so it's fairly convenient, and it just asks you for the number of pi 3.1415926, or what you'll just need is obviously 314 to open the safe code. So it's fairly simple to do, and grab that inhibitor, so it's an extra bonus of doing this while you're here. So again, the code is just 314. And once you've got that inhibitor you can then go about the next part. Now obviously we currently have the boxes connected up with that one station going over to C to keep this door open for 2, but what I'm going to do now is grab 2 and drop downstairs. So right in the basement there's a load of water down here, and then there's the second substation here which is 2. So we just need to go about connecting that up with that cable from upstairs where the inhibitor was and turning it on. Once you do that though, the floor becomes electrified, so you can't just run back the way you came, but you can go across here, jump onto these boxes and then up into this vent and follow it round. So follow the vent system round to the left, and then that will allow you to come back out in a different spot. And again, that spot is also electrified, but there are some boxes that you can jump on that will make life easier to get out of the basement and back upstairs. So you can see that water's electrified here, but if you drop down and follow the boxes round to the right hand side, so just follow these boxes around here, jump off the boxes from box to box, and then climb up on the poles, slide along, shimmy along the edge there until you get to safety. Now don't forget that you obviously need to go back upstairs and reconnect that initial box 1 to the other power box 1 on the ground level. Once you've done that you then have 2 of the substations connected as they need to be, and that will then power on the lift. And you'll see that the lift will come down, and then you need to just go over there to that, follow it upstairs right to the top. Now if you've looted the entire building, which you probably have done by now, if you haven't you probably should, and you will be in a position to then go upstairs and finish off this mission. But it's worth noting that it does suggest that if you haven't looted the building, all the loot will disappear once you press the button. So it is important to do that, especially getting the inhibitors and all the other items that are located around this map, because there are a lot of them. And if you've been like me, frustrated trying to work this one out, then you probably already looted the building anyway. But now you just get to press the button and there's a little sequence as some enemies come in and try and pick a fight with you. So just finish them off and then you can get on with the broadcast mission and get that sweet loot that comes after that. I'm going to do a video separately on those because there's a number of different Easter eggs that are worth knowing about. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Thanks for watching.